Plugs away at beer joints and neighborhood dives, maybe developing a local following and dreaming of the day that cigar smoker from a big record company makes them a part of everybody's record collection. And it does happen. It happened here 2 weeks ago. The Cincinnati's own Wheels. Mickey Foellger does the drumming for Wheels and also the knocking on the doors for the band. He is the business manager. After 6 years, Mickey, you've now finally been signed to a national contract, but you really don't have a recording contract because Wheels has already done that already. Why don't you explain that a little bit for us?
Well, it is true that the first phase of our contract is the purchase of something we've already recorded, our own album. But of course, the deal calls for hopefully doing other albums down the road.
But you recorded your own album that somebody else heard to get you a national contract.
Exactly. I think it might even be the trend today, because record companies, the position that they're in, economically and otherwise, that they're taking less and less risks with new acts. And so the only way a new act's going to be heard is to do it themselves. The album had been sent to every record company at some point, and the interest was, yeah, the interest was there. It was lukewarm, you know, but just so happened that when the real quickness of it happened when Bruce Bird from Boardwalk Records came in to see a Joan Jett show at Kings Island, and while transporting himself back and forth from downtown Cincinnati to Kings Island, he heard Amaretta several times, and it kind of won him over. He had heard the album, but you know how that happens. You know, you hear it once, it's very hard to pick out something in one listen. So that kind of drilled it in his head, and he asked for another copy of it, I think on a particular Tuesday. The next day, Wednesday, he called and said, "Can you guys come to New York?" So it did happen overnight after 6 years.
Why do you think Amaretta? What was it about Amaretta that picked up the ears of the guy who actually had heard the tune before, and probably the whole album? What was it about Amaretta?
Well, he wrote it.
Yeah, okay, I'll answer this one.
All right.
Basically, it's a simple tune. You know, you can hum it. You know, it's easily accessible. The words are easy to latch on to. You know, basically, I think that's why it caught on.
I think it's a clever title too.
All right, you guys got a national contract now. Does that mean you're going to be instant stars, or is it kind of going to be just like always, more hard work ahead of you?
It's funny, our response I think would be to whether we've made it or whether we've got a lot more work ahead. It's really somewhere in the middle. We've wanted all along to be part of a team and to have a larger company working with us to make a very large effort. We now have that. It's not just the five of us. But in that sense, on a new level, the work has just begun. We've now got to do the same thing all over the country that we did here in winning over the people in Cincinnati.
How do you feel about that? Are you scared?
Excited.
Yeah, maybe sometimes a little of both. You know.
From where you are now, what about getting Wheels to where they are now would you like to forget? And what is the thing you would most like to remember about the experience getting to the point where you got a national contract?
I got a stack of rejection notices at home you wouldn't believe. I'm going to make a paper mache head out of them for Halloween. It's about that much, but I'd like to completely forget about those. I remember people like Lowell George and people like that were always nice and said, "Hey, you guys are pretty good. We'll give you a hand," and they always did.
How about the rest of you? What do you like to
You like to forget, as the business manager, I like to forget anybody that bounced a check on me. Maybe a particular amusement park in the greater Cincinnati area.
Not Kings Island?
Not Kings Island, no. What could that possibly be? No, that's a cheap shot, but...
What about remember?
The whole process. It's been long, but it's been great. And the fact that we have stuck together, it's made it so strong for us, because we've been through ups and downs, the cycles. And really, we were just about on the verge of how much longer can we do this, playing the bar circuit in a very small, concentrated part of the country, and playing the same songs to a certain extent. It was beginning to lose its fervor. And but the fact that we stuck through all that, and the writing and everything, the fact that we've done every phase of it. These guys write the songs, and I got to go out and try to sell it. It was hard work, but it was fun. We think we did it all. We got to choose the artwork, and we got to go in the studio and produce it almost completely ourselves.
I'd like to add one thing to that, and that is that a common question is, are you going to remember us, the hometown kind of people, like you're going to move to Hollywood or Las Vegas? And we all feel a lot like we're from here, and something that we'll never forget is the support now and over the last 5.5 years of the hometown folk. It's been unbelievable.
I'm moving to the Valley.
So for once, the dream may have worked. Who knows when you're going to see Wheels the next time? But whether their next gig is Hollywood or Hyde Park, there's one place Wheels will always be: on stage.
Please give a warm Cincinnati welcome to Boardwalk recording artists, Wheels.
My